Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully we're working. For some reason, YouTube didn't want to allow the first stream, so that's probably why. Uh, we're running a little bit late, but it seems to be working now. Again, teething problems, it happens. But welcome along. It is Saturday today. I believe it's Saturday. I think it is. Lose track of days, but yeah, it's Saturday, the 5th of February. Great to have everyone here. As always, if you join us, please drop some comments. Put those in the chat box. If you're joining us after the live broadcast, put it in the comments. It's always good to hear what everyone's got to say. And I'm just interested to really, get everyone's feedback, really. But today, if you've read the description, you'll kind of know what's going on. I've got a few things to cover today. First of all, what's coming up. We're probably going to be looking at adding cherry blossom to the cherry tree. Here we go. Let's turn it around. Needs a bit of tweaking. It's not quite right, so I'm probably going to look at changing that as well. I've also got some. I'm going to just move around a bit here because I'm not quite in the middle. All flustered because YouTube wouldn't let me broadcast. But anyway, got a few things happening. We have this cherry blossom, which is going to get flowers put on it, because that's something I want to do in Brick Prefecture, is make everything look nice and spring-like. We're going to put lots of sort of flowers on things just to make it look really nice and interesting, really. So that's going to be happening in a little while. Let's just put that over there for now. Just there. There we go. The next thing I've got is some bargains that have been happening on Amazon. I always like to jump on there sort of once a week, maybe. Just type in the search bar, Lego deals, see what comes up, and you can guarantee there'll be something on offer. Now, I've got a few things. Didn't spend too much money. I don't like spending money. That's just the thing. But sometimes you have to. But anyway, I've got some bargains, which I think are bargains. Hopefully they're still on Amazon now as of the 5th of February. Go and have a look. They're probably going to be in short supply, but we'll have a look at those in a minute. I've also managed to get hold of what I think is the most ugly Lego set ever. Everyone has their own opinions on it. I just think it's hideous. However, I bought it because it's got a lot of interesting bricks in it, and it was 52% off, something like that. It was better than half price, let's put it that way. So I've got my hands on that. I'll show it to you, and then you kind of make up your mind whether you think it's good, bad, or whatever. And yeah, and then, like I say, we'll get onto the cherry tree and we'll do some bits around that. There is another video coming up, not a live one, but a pre-recorded one, dropping either tomorrow or later on in the week. I'm still undecided when the best time to post these things. But that's to do with Lego trains. We all like Lego trains. I've got a couple on my city over there running around. Well, they're not running around at the moment, but I've had a few comments. People like them. They want to know where to get the instructions from. There aren't any instructions for some of those. They are custom builds. So what I want to do is show you them. So if you want to take inspiration from it, you can just play the video, pause it in relevant places, and just see how I've built it and made it. It's a bit of a show and tell, really, I suppose. But anyway, let's get on with the bargains of the week. Yeah, Amazon can be a crazy place sometimes. Let me just move the iPad out of the way. The iPad is here purely because I wanted to make sure the stream was working properly this time. And it appears to be. But anyway, bargains of the week. First of all, we have Lego Friends. This is usually about £35, something like that. I think that's the retail price of it. Let me just drop that here under the camera. Got a bit of a shiny bit there, but that's fine. We'll just move it there. Anyway, that was £15 on Amazon at the moment. So if you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it. I personally think the Lego Friends characters, these things, they are beyond hideous. However, lots of interesting bricks in here that I want to use. And it's a lot cheaper than going and buying individual pieces. So but I bought myself and got two of those because You can never have enough. You'll start using something out of the first set, and then you think, oh, I wish I had more of that, and you didn't buy it, so I bought 2. Okay, so again, that's the first bargain of the week. I've not even had a look at these yet. They've not even been opened. Because these are going to be... Let's put the back there, and we'll put the front here. Because these are going to be used for parts, I'm not just going to take them up and chuck them in the bins behind here and sort them. What I'm going to do first... I'm going to be really nice. I'm going to give these sets to my kids. They can play with them. They can make them. They know the score. Once they've built them, if they don't keep them in their bedroom, then they're coming down here and going in all the parts drawers. So that's just the way it is. So yeah, I'll probably pass it over to them. So they haven't seen these yet. So guys, if you're watching that, you're going to build these and then I'm going to take them apart. But yeah, so we've got the Lego Friends sets there. Let's move those out of the way. Like I say, they were better than half price. So we had to get those. The next one is something I've been looking at for a while. Again, not because I need it or anything like that. I just think it's a really nice looking set. It's very well designed. And it's just very aesthetically pleasing. This is from the Lego Movie 2. That's this one here. Let's put that there. Can you see that? There we go. So the Lego Movie 2. This, I can't remember exactly how this fit in because I've only watched the Lego Movie 2 once. I don't like number 2. Number 1's great, brilliant, nostalgic, all of those things, ticks all the right boxes. Number 2, bit of a cash grab. I mean, singing, dancing, no, it wasn't for me. But anyway, we watched it. It was okay. But anyway, this was one of the sets on that, and this, for some reason, has always been really expensive. Let's put that under the main camera here so you can see it. This set here has always been really, really expensive. Again, this was better than half price on Amazon again, so I had to get it. Look at all these bricks on here, all these sort of nice curved bricks and big sort of rounded shapes here. I can use those in my city for some of the modern architecture that's going to go in there. And yeah, I've been looking for this set for a while, purely because of the pieces and because I think it's a nice sort of thing. It's a nice shape. It's very well designed and it looks great. But again, I'm not going to use it as it is. I might do. I was thinking about this literally 5 minutes before I started streaming, thinking I'm going to make another tower block and it's going to be like a modular hotel. So maybe this could be part of the modular hotel. Okay, so I was thinking about that, and maybe this sits on top as like the top of the building. You would just rotate it around 90 degrees. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get the kids to build it again. They can have fun building these sets. I'm not a big fan of necessarily building sets anymore. Used to be, but now I like to make my own thing and I like to get onto Rebrickable and get things from there because I think there's a lot more interesting things on there. It seems like Lego has to follow rules all of the time. They're constantly you have to follow this list of things that have to fit within the Lego ethos. And when you go on Rebrickable, you don't have to follow those rules. You can just pretty much make instructions for whatever you want, however you want. So yeah, anyway, waffling. Let's stop. So yeah, again, I'm going to give that to the kids, and when they're finished with it, I'll have it for parts. But that's that one. And like I said, we go from one extreme to the other because I really like that set because of how it looks. The next one, I don't, to put it mildly. It is, in my opinion, one of the most ugly things I've ever seen. It is, I don't know. I mean, I get it. It fits with the film, and it was used in that, and yeah, fine. But it's hideous. Let me grab it. Again, this was another Amazon bargain, and that's really the only reason I bought it. Lots of bricks, lots of parts, better than half price, brilliant. But that one. What the hell is this? I mean, I know what it is, but who designed that? I mean, come on. Yeah, I get how it fits in the film and blah, 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 and you've got to use the pieces available and Master Builder and all of that, but it's hideous. It's disgusting. It offends me from an aesthetic point of view. As you guys may or may not know by trade. Hi, Jack. How you doing? as you guys may or may not know, I am a designer by trade. That's what I do. I do graphic design, illustration, digital art, that sort of stuff. And this one just makes me cringe just looking at it. Let's put it onto the big camera so you can see it. I'll explain what I'm talking about. This whole aesthetic thing here, these tiny little wheels down here. It's not the Lego designer, not the set's fault, because it's come from the film. So whoever designed it for the film is to blame, and it's horrible, and I think it's disgusting to look at. I like the pieces in here. These are great. These big purple things, brilliant. I've got ideas where I'm going to use those, but the actual model itself is disgusting. I don't like it. It's got other things in here which I'm quite interested in using. You can't just about see that. We've got a light brick in here again. I wish there was some way to physically keep those on all the time without batteries going flat, but obviously that's not possible. Again, we turn it over. Let's have a look on the inside. Yeah, there's not a lot else to say about that, is there really? It is disgusting to look at. It's got these Lego Friends things in here. Again, I think they're hideous. And if you like them, great, fine. No problem with that at all. Personally, I think they're horrible. They look like dolls. And again, I get it. This was Lego's attempt at sort of aiming Lego more at girls and boys, because traditionally, blah, 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 blah. Personally, I've got boys and girls. They both like Lego. They don't like these things. They think they're disgusting as well. It kind of looks like a doll, not a minifig. So yeah, but again, it's a bargain. It was like better than half price. This was 30 English pounds, I believe, or 35 English pounds. For the amount you get in it, I don't think that's a bad price. So yeah, it's going to get used as bits. If anybody wants the box or the instructions from it, let me know. I'm quite happy to send them out to you, because I don't want them. I just want the bits. But anyway, they're the bargains of the week. Someone's going to have fun building those. Won't be me, it'll be the kids. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. But then, if you've managed to jump onto the last stream, or you've been following along on Instagram, don't forget, their Instagram, I'm on there all the time, and not so much Facebook, but Instagram anyway, every day posting things. But what I'm trying to do, this is kind of the strap line for the Lego City now, the most beautiful Lego City. That's what I'm aiming for. Doesn't mean I'm going to achieve it, and it doesn't mean everyone else is rubbish. It's just what I'm trying to aim for. So follow along on there. And one of the things I'm doing at the moment is adding flowers, spring flowers to everything. And again, if you jump onto Instagram, you'll see the big cherry blossom trees that are in there. And what I'm going to do is put some more cherry blossom on this one. This is a custom build tree. Let me just turn it around so you can see it. Let's tip it over like that so you get a good idea of how it's actually constructed. This, again, it's going to get changed because I'm not 100% happy with how it looks. It's a bit flat along the trunk here, and I want to make that a bit more interesting at some point. It might be iteration number 2, and this one might be hidden away behind something else. But what I want to do today is just add some flowers onto it, really. And I noticed there was a bit of a gap on here as well, where I think some things have fallen off, or something's come loose and it's not quite right. So I'm probably going to clip that back together, and just make it. Yeah, on the top here, there's definitely something missing. So it looks a bit bold on top there. You see that? Or on the top here, we've got something missing. And if I look on the other camera, it just looks a bit flat on top. So I'm probably going to fill in some of these gaps, but let's put some flowers on it, add some extra leaves, and let's just see what happens. Okay. I'm undecided whether to keep it here or over here. I might have to jump between both cameras there. But anyway, let's get some pieces for this. First thing I think I need are some bigger leaves. So you can see these parts around here, these sort of larger leaf pieces. I think we need some more of those, just to fill it out a bit. Like I said, I'm probably going to put one at the top here, get rid of that, and add it onto there. And there's a hole there which needs filling in with something. And I just want to make it look a bit fuller, so there's more things happening. So that's the first thing. Let's grab some of those. Let's go over to the drawers and find some big leaves to put on it. These are all sorted. So again, if you follow along regularly, you'll know that I have drawers for absolutely everything, and each drawer generally contains a type of thing. So for this one here, This is the drawer of big leaves. Look at that. We've got white ones here as well. These were from a set, actually, and I decided I don't want white leaves on it, so I took them off. So they're going to be used for a different project. But anyway, I think we just grab just a handful of these, and we add them on. Hey, you managed to make it. If you're trying to get out, I think the other stream's still live on YouTube. It doesn't work. YouTube wouldn't allow me, so I had to set up this new one really quickly. So Brick, if you were jumping onto that one, I know you said we were going to try and join again. That one doesn't work, and I need to delete it soon. So, but yeah, all we're doing, you missed. I think you missed me talking about the bargains of the week. If you did, watch the video back again. Some interesting things on there. But yeah, all we're going to be doing today is literally beefing up the tree a little bit, because there's some gaps you can see if I turn this around slowly. There's some gaps I'm not quite happy with, and we just need to plug those with a few extra leaves. Look at that. There's a big gap going around there. I need to probably fill that with something. And then I'm going to add on lots of these little pink flowers here. As always with these things, I always encourage people, just drop your comments. There is a delay on this, so it's probably about 5-10 seconds, something like that. So I won't always respond straight away, and because I'm doing a really fiddly job here of putting things together. This is one of the problems with working with leaves like this. I keep calling them leaves because they always get used for leaves. I don't know what the official term is for these things. But they are very fragile, and they do tend to just fall off. This is one of the problems. Don't worry, everyone has that same problem. And it's just finding the right place to actually secure it. I can't find the right place today. Tell you what, let's start at the top. Why am I starting underneath when we can start at the top here? And what you'll always find is whenever you're building this, more things drop off than actually go on. Let's put that on there like that. That's better. That just fills that gap there. I think everybody loves cherry blossom. I think if you don't like cherry blossom, there's got to be something wrong with you. And it only lasts, what, a week or so, maybe 2 weeks if you're lucky. But when it's there, you've got to make the most of it. And that's what I want with my entire city, really. That spring-like feel all of the time. So I'm just filling this out with different colours, stacking it up, just filling the gap. I've still got this big gap around the side here. I'm just trying to work out how. If you get the spacing right on these things, you can bend them a little bit and sort of get them to mold together. But again, you have to get the spacing right on that. And sometimes it doesn't work. Let's just clip that under there. Clip, clip, clip. I'm going to make sure it's plugged in properly. And there we go. So you can see that gap that was there. It's still there a little bit, but it's getting better. The only reason I'm closing it up is because from where it sits in the city, you're going to see it. So this is where I'm going to try and get some of these to bend just a little bit. You've got to be so careful bending these because they do tend to just snap. So I might be able to pin that onto there. And then I think if we do that, that little hole has almost gone. Yeah. There we go, cool. Let's bring it around there. That's better. So it looking a lot fuller now. I'm more happy with that. I just wanted to close up some of those gaps. And I might put one of these just directly on top. Like that. Again, guys, as always, just drop comments in the chat. I know there's not a lot of people here today, but that's fine. We're a new channel. We're just starting out. So I don't expect too many people to be here anyway. All right, so that's that. Let's put those away. I'm going to keep these out, actually, because I know other stuff's going to fall off, and I'm probably going to need those. Let's beautify it. Let's put some actual flowers on it now. Let me just grab those there in a different drawer. They are... There we go. So this drawer here contains that there. This is this is kind of where I put what I class as small round things and flowers or extra bits like that. So it's just full of beautiful 1x1 rounds. Now what I want to do at some point, I've thought about doing this for flowers again, because of these. Can you see those? Let's bring those up here. what I like to call, I think they're like ice cream pieces. We use those to make ice creams for minifigs and things. I went to the Lego store in, I think it was Brighton. They had these, and I grabbed handfuls of them. But I don't know how I'm going to use them yet. I thought, well, maybe they could be flowers, maybe they could be cherry blossom, but they just look weird. So if anyone's got any ideas of how I can use those, I'm not going to use them for snow. I'm not going down the snow route. Anyone got any ideas what they can be used for? Let me know, because I've got tons of them and I want to use them. I just don't know how yet. I've also got a load of these as well, which came with. I can't remember what set it was, but it was an off-brand Chinese set. It's fantastic. If you watched some of the videos of the Lego City tours, it's the big. I need to sort by colours. Yeah, I'd love to sort by colours. However, I don't have the space. I've only got this, and this is full. And if I start sorting down by colour, I'm gonna get a lot. I need a lot more space, basically. But anyway, these are cool because these I have got things I've never seen Lego do before. So on these, you'll have butterflies, you'll have little flowers, you'll have roses and stuff like that. And I think they're really, really nice. And I wish Lego would do something more like that rather than just their standard boring flower things. But anyway, let's get those out of the way. I'll put those down there. But what I've got in here is just loads and loads of pink. Here we go. Pink 1x1 rounds. We've also got some little pink flowers here. Again, they're from that. Can't remember where they're from. I think they again maybe have been from a pick a brick wall. So loads of these things. So I think we just cover the tree, and it's probably going to be a little bit boring, but that's what I'm going to do to make this look more like cherry blossom. I'm just going to cover the entire tree with these as much as I can, because I do have another cherry tree on there which looks really, really nice. I'd like another one of those, so I'm probably going to get one of those as well. But anyway, we're just going to start plonking these on. Let's swap these over. Let's put you just there so everyone can see you. Let's get these things out of the way by throwing them on the floor, apparently. And then we'll just start building this up. Ice cream, yeah. Yeah, ice cream pieces. I don't know what to do with them. But anyway, let's just start dropping these in like this. And these will actually help hold the whole thing together as well, because they are being pushed through. So it should, in theory. Let's move that over there, sorry, so you can actually hear me. So in theory, they should help hold the entire thing together. Like this. And then I'm just going to keep adding these on. And also dropping them on the floor. That's one of the things with these fiddly type things. You end up dropping more pieces than you actually put on. Now, again, the stream is going to be limited today because I am going to run out of time. I do have to do something else, but that's fine. I'll as soon as this is finished, what I'll do is I'll share it with everyone as probably a separate video. Get in there, come on. It's the other thing with these leaves, they are really tight. And like, all I'm going to do is just go around, and anywhere where I can find a little gap, it's just going to have something pink or something flowery put into it, just to create that nice cherry blossom effect. So you can see just by doing that bit, it really, really helps. Let me grab the other tree, just so I can show you exactly where we're headed with this, because the other one is brilliant. And if you do manage to get your hands on it, from, again, I think it was from Sembo Block, but they're selling it on Amazon again. Amazon's my favorite place of buying pretty much everything at the moment. There's not a lot you can't get on there. Delivery's quick, and if there's any problems, you just send it back again. But let's put that there, and let me grab the other one, because I want to show you exactly where we're heading with this, just so you get an idea, and then you can compare and contrast when it's actually done. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Here's the other one. And this is the one from Sembo Block. Again, it's a nice little set. It's pretty cheap, and it is worth getting your hands on if you can. Let's just reconstruct this and put that back under there. It's also very delicate as well, and I've just broken it by picking it up, which is typical. Come on, get back in there. Perfect. All right, let's move that out of the way. So you can see from the top here, this is where we're aiming with this tree. There's a lot more that needs to go on it to get it the same as this one, so that's why I'm not going to dedicate the entire stream just to cover that. That'll be boring. I'll do that as a separate thing. But anyway, this is where we're heading with it. But this, look at this. This is a brilliant set. Absolutely gorgeous in the way it looks. Let's just try and get that a bit closer to you guys there. Absolutely gorgeous. Pretty much impossible to follow the instructions to build it. A lot you get so far, and then you kind of got to make it up as you go along. But this is where those white pieces came from, actually. So these white pieces here, the tree was actually supposed to be white leaves with all the blossom all over it, but I actually thought, you know what, I don't want it to look like that. I want it to be green with the cherry blossom on it. So swapped all the leaves out for green ones, and I think it looks a lot better for that. So yeah, I might get another one of these because I really like it. And I think it adds a lot to the city. I think it just looks really nice. I mean, look at that. So yeah, that's where I'm going with that. This one here. They are completely different trees. This one on the left here, or sorry, your right, my tree, is custom made, so it's never going to look exactly the same. But I think when we've completely covered it with all of these little sort of cherry blossom things, it's going to look amazing. So what I'll do is I'm going to carry on doing this in my own time. I'll share the results with you guys later on. Either on Instagram, or we'll do another post on here, another stream, whatever, just as it's finishing, so you can see how that's going. But yeah, this tree here, Sembo Block, Amazon, if you're in the UK, it's about £30. It is worth it. Super fragile, as you would expect it to be, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to spend the next few minutes just putting a few, let's leave you just there so everyone can admire you. And I should be on commission from Sembo. But yeah, let's just throw a few more on this. And if anyone's got any comments they want to add, or what I'm interested to find out is, what's the quality of the stream like? Because obviously I can't watch my own stream because I get feedback. Let me know if the stream's okay. Let me know if the quality of the sound's good. I hope it is. The last one sounded all right when I played it back. But because YouTube decided it was going to mess up today, it sounded a bit, it was just all over the place. But anyway, we got there in the end. What I'm also interested in seeing is what you're interested in, because everyone kind of gets into Lego in a different way, whether it's Lego Technic because we like building interesting big things, or maybe it's the Lego Friends things because we like the colors on it, anything like that. So I'm interested to see what everyone else likes, is interested in, and you know, I'll try and do some content based around that. I actually spoke to another fellow YouTuber recently who is thinking about doing interviews with new channels and just seeing what makes them tick. So I'm probably going to do something there with them. I'm also thinking about doing that myself with other people as well anyway. So if you're watching this and you think, you know what, let's do a collaboration, let's do something on that, again, let me know. Drop me a line, get on the DMs on Instagram, and we can go from there. As you can see, bits are falling off again. Get in there. Downsides of making trees, stuff just falls off constantly. But it's worth it in the end. Let's just put some more. I'm not actually sure how many flowers I've actually got in here. I might run out halfway through, but we'll see. Another bit's falling off. Come on, stay on. There we go. Nearly had a major accident there, nearly knocked it on the floor. So we've got quite a few pieces in here, like this. And again, like I say, I'm not going to bore you doing this. I think we're pretty much at the end of the stream for today, but I want to do another one next week for everybody. It's probably going to be either Wednesday or Saturday again. I don't know yet, but again, hopefully you'll see the notification on not Facebook, YouTube. You'll see the thing on there. And I'm just trying to build this into something that's quite interesting, really. I know a lot of people actually like to sit and watch people build. You know, even if I'm not talking, people like to watch people build. I know Jang does that on his channel. I've never watched any of his sort of just building things because I'm usually building my own thing. But I know lots of people like to have things like that on in the background. If that is something you like, let me know, because I'm more than happy to do that. You can sit here and watch me build for hours if you want. It really doesn't offend me or bother me at all. In fact, I like things like that. It shows, you know, it's just a nice thing to have, really. You know, it's like having company when you're building on your own, really. You know, you can jump on and ask a question when I'm in the middle of a build if you're doing yours at the same time. You know, it's kind of interesting. So if that is something that would be of interest to everyone, let me know, and I'll do that. That'd be quite cool. And I think I may have overestimated or underestimated, sorry, how complex this is actually going to be and how many pieces I'm going to need. But not actually counted out how many flowers and things like that I've actually got. So I think we're just going to carry on until all the pieces run out. Let's put that on now. There we go. So you can see that's starting to fill up nicely there. Again, we're still nowhere near that, but you can see how that is starting to come together now. So I'm really looking forward to how this is going to look in the city and how it's going to stand out, because I think I've said it in one of my other videos. Trees is something. I think that's proper English. Trees is something. Trees is something, or are something that Lego just don't do. They used to do the little pointy things. I think they still do them, the little pointy like Christmas tree type things. But that's it. And we need to see more than that. You know, we want trees, big trees that we can put in our cities, not just little pointy things. So I think Lego, if you're listening, yeah, whatever. We want trees like this, big trees. Then I don't have to go to somebody like Sembo Block to get one of these. I can get it directly from you instead. But I think it's one of the, I don't know, a little bit disillusioned with Lego sometimes because of, I get it, it's a business, and I know they're trying to target certain people and they have to follow rules, and they built this whole ethos around their brand. But sometimes you just want something that they don't have. And I don't see any reason why you can't go to another brand to get it. I know a lot of people will be offended by that. But, you know, if I didn't like a Hornby model railroad train, I'd go to a different brand and get it. And, it, you know, there's no problem with things like that. There's no copyright infringement. There's nothing happening. This tree here is not available anywhere else. So I'm more than happy to go to another brand to get it, really. But yeah, I'm always interested in everyone's thoughts on the off brands. Not necessarily like Lepin, where Lepin ripped off everything that Lego did. Not interested in that. I went down that route at the start because it was a cheap way to get Lego and to get those bigger sets. I don't do that anymore. I'm more interested in either buying individual bricks and sets of bricks, or something special that's not available anywhere else. Because there's a lot more out there when you step outside of the Lego catalogue. There is so much more happening in the world, and it's good to be aware of it. And just to add some variety, really, and it tends to be a lot cheaper as well. Yes, it's not on brand, but brand isn't everything. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do with some of these videos, like play music in the background. When am I going to design the monorail? I'm already designing it in my head. It's up here. I would share. I've got a load of screenshots that I'm gathering together of other people's builds that they're doing. But the monorail is, I was just seeing if I can grab. Normally, I'd show you on my phone the sort of research I'm doing, but the phone's actually over there, being used as a camera. But yeah, I'm always looking for ideas on that. But again, it's just going to be. I don't want to do the traditional monorail. You know, the red thing that everyone has from the. I think it was from the airport set. There's a YouTuber actually, Alex Nunes, who's got probably one of the biggest Lego cities I've ever seen. It's huge. He's got a monorail going around the entire thing, and it is the red one from the Lego airport thing. And it seems like everyone kind of does that, but I don't want to. It looks a bit too Lego, and I want to kind of get it. I know it sounds weird, but I don't want things to look too Lego. I'd like to step it up a bit and make it, because in the past I used to do model railroads, so like the Hornby sets and the 00 gauge and making all the landscape and stuff like that. But I became that was when I was a kid. I used to do that all the time. So I kind of then I got into Lego again a few years ago, and I just want to get that middle ground between model railroading and landscaping and Lego sets. I want to get that kind of in between ground where it's not necessary. That's why you'll notice all of my minifigs in the city, they're not yellow. I've gone with flesh tones for all of them. They're all flesh tones, just to try and get something a little bit different and a little bit more realistic. And I know we're never going to get 100% realistic with Lego. It's just never going to happen. However, I just want to see what I can do with it and just take the medium upper level just to try and make it that, I don't know, just something a bit more interesting, really. I know that a lot of the time Lego kind of gets put into this thing of, oh, it's a kid's toy, little kids play with it, and yeah, you're right. That's totally true. But so are paints. Paints are kids' toys. You know, kids like to paint and draw, and poster paints are things kids use. However, adults can use them as well to create massive bits of artwork that are beautiful and gorgeous that you want to hang on your wall. That's kind of how I see Lego. It's kind of a medium to do something with. And I think I probably offended somebody at some point because I was actually trying to get a brick to fit and Lego didn't make it in that particular size. I think it was what was it? I think it was some orange 2x1 tiles, and I needed a 1x1 tile and I didn't have it. So I don't see anything wrong with cutting one in half. Obviously, I'm not going to sort of mash up lots of bricks and do things like that, but I needed one of those things. And I thought, you know what? Let's cut it in half. Why not? It's a plastic brick. That's all it is. If you look on the Lego site, they could probably cost about 2p and ridiculously cheap. But a lot of people get offended by that. It's, oh, you're cutting up the pieces. It's like, yeah, because I haven't got the bit I need. And if I cut this one in half, I've actually got two of the bits I need. So again, I'm not afraid to do things like that. It's not a common thing. I don't do it all the time, but every now and again something might get chopped to make it fit properly, purely because there's no brick that fits, or they don't do it in that color, or for whatever reason. Obviously I'm not going to sort of butcher entire sets just to make it work. It's just every now and again you need that one thing, because if anyone's watching this, they're going to be, and they're offended by that. I'm sure I'm going to hear about it in the comments later on. But anyway, I think we're getting there with this. You can see where this is going. It's looking beautiful. All of those little leaves and flowers are looking great. But I'm going to leave the live stream there for today. It was great to see everyone. I know we've got a small group of people here today, but it's going to grow. And I'd like everyone that's here today to be part of that, part of the growth. So keep tuning in, keep dropping comments. What do you like? What don't you like? Does this kind of format thing work for you guys? I quite like it. I've been messing around with it today. Let me know. You'll also notice the logo's changed over there as well. Again, something I'm working on, just trying to build it up. My goal, I'm going to share it with you because it's kind of a bit of a challenge to myself. I want YouTube to send me a check at the end of the year. I don't care how much it's for. I don't care whether it's for 1p, £1. I just want to prove a point that it is possible. So that's kind of where I want to go with it. So your support on here, liking, subscribing, sharing, telling people is really, really appreciated. I'm overwhelmed that we've got so many subscribers from the last couple of videos. I'm amazed by that. So yeah, be part of the community. I think we're going to go to a lot of places with this and do a lot of interesting things. So until next time, keep following. Jump onto Instagram and you'll see my finished tree here against this masterpiece from Sembo Block, and you can see how it turns out. So until next time, so cool to see you and talk a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Another part of my day job is talking. I'm a designer by trade, but I also do a lot of training with software, and I talk to people day in, day out. So I like to talk. Probably too much, really. So next time, we'll do this again. Hopefully everyone can turn up again. I'll probably try and do it at the same time. Probably do a midweek one as well, just to keep you up to date with things. But again, subscribe, like, share, wang this video out onto Facebook, wherever you do things. Share it with people. Share, spread the message. Okay, we're trying to build something here and you guys are part of it. All right, so until next time, take care of yourselves, keep building, and I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. Now hopefully when I press this button here, we should have some end credits appear. Whether it will or not, we'll see. So until next time, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon.